exactly 8:05. 8:05, it's exactly 8:05. Good evening, everybody. Welcome one more time. I want to sincerely say a very big thank you to everybody. Those that watched the video, okay, let me even start with those that are attending yesterday's class. Thank you for coming. For those that watched the video, thank you. For those that subscribed, a very big thank you to you all. For those that liked, shared, and God bless you all. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And I pray by the grace of God, the aim, the reason why we are here will surely be achieved. That's my prayer for you all. You'll probably be wondering, what do we have for today? Today, like I said, I'm going to be sending 2 links. I dropped a voice note today. And I told everybody that I'm going to be dropping 2 links today. Today's class will surely exceed 1 hour. It will surely exceed 1 hour because we have a whole lot of things to do. It's not as if I cannot compress today's class in 45 minutes. I want to take my time and teach. I love to teach. I want to take my time and do this. I have a whole lot of explanations to do today. Because some people ask some questions. So a man asked a question, I'm sure he's not here, or maybe he's here. And the man said that, Mr. God's Power, can you say some things about spread? I want to say some things. I want to teach you some things today. So today's class will surely be ahead of 9. But put your mind at rest. At most 9:10 or 9:15, we are through the class. Welcome one more time. So what are we doing today? Let's go straight to the class. Today, we look into Peeps, lots, leverage, brokers, platforms, and chatting softwares. We'll now talk about types of traders: swing, day, position, scalp. I will dive into technical analysis, and I'll now go into the charts, candlesticks, trends, indicators. You can see we have a lot of things to do today. But for this first link I dropped into this class, I'll talk about 4 things. And that'll be Peeps, lots, leverage, brokers. So just sit back and enjoy this. It looks so much like a movie. Just sit back and enjoy this. I need you to take your time and understand what I'm doing. If you check my previous classes in my channel, I always like to summarize everything. But I just told myself something that whoever I'm teaching, I really want you to understand this. If you understand this, you will always be pleased with the class. Now, what is a Peep? What is a Peep? Let's start with that. What do you think a Peep is? The full meaning of Peep is point in percentage. I repeat, point in percentage. And some people call it percentage in point. Point in percentage. And it represents a tiny measure of the change in the currency pair in the forex market. It can be measured in terms of the quote or in terms of the underlying currency. Please, I need you to underline that statement. I need you to underline that statement. Represents a tiny measure of the change in the currency pair. Now, let's leave Peep matter and let's do a normal talk. Everybody here, by grace of God, sometimes we have thermometers at home. When we have kids at home, want to know their temperature, it's not really right when temperature is high. What do? We get a thermometer, we put in their armpits. And for those that is a normal science terminology, we are told that the room temperature normally is 25 degrees C. Now, the body temperature is supposed to be 36.9. Now, if, for instance, the normal body temperature of a child is 36.9, and you now check with the thermometer, it's now 38. That means there is an increment. That means there's an increment. So that's what the statement means here, that it's a tiny measure of the change in a currency pair. Now, let's go to Today's class is really going to expose a lot of things. Let's go to trading view. I'll talk about trading view later. I'm actually on my trading view right now. Oh, I have some people still coming in. Let me go to trading view. Let's go to trading view. Don't worry, I'll share my screen. You soon see my screen. Let's go to trade. New commerce. Welcome. Welcome. Let's go to trading view. And I click on trading view here. Let me remove this so that everybody can see my screen very well. If I click on charts, I'll still talk about trading view today. If I click on charts, okay, that is coming up actually. That's coming up. That's coming up. Okay, I just want to show you the tiny measure of the currency pair. If I click on charts, this is my chart. Don't worry, don't get confused. I will explain all these things to you. If I click on charts, I'm sure you can see my screen. You notice something, and let me be sure that you can see my screen. Okay, you can see it. You notice something that at this point, there is a value by my right. That value is 1.87004. This blue candle that is forming, if it comes here, you can see that the value has changed, 1.87235. If it comes up again, that's 1.87794. That is the tiny measure of the change of the currency pair. So now, the process whereby this increment is taking place, this change is taking place, is what we see as what? A peak. So let's go back to my screen. Let me cancel this. Why need to cancel this? Let me hold on. Let me go back to my screen. I can see some people, they have a problem with network here. Now, let's go back. The statement here now is determining your profit and losses is an essential part of trading. So let's take a closer look at how Peeps and spread factors in this equation. Now, let's go to my screen again. Class, a Peep is simply 1/10, 1/100 times 1/100. The basics of Peep. And 1 times 1 is what? 1. 100 times 100 is what? 10,000. Do your mathematics. 1 divided by 10,000 is what? 0.0001. Now, if you have 0.001, it means that I can have something like 0.00017. So this one you see here is called a peep. This is 1 peep. And this 7 you see here is called what? A pipette. 7 pipettes. Remember when I started this class, I told you a pip is what? Points in percentage. This is called 7 pipettes. So this 1 pip is what you are consigned or what you have business with. That 7 pipettes, it is not your business. It is the business of the brokers. 7 pipettes is not your business. It's the business of who? The brokers. Are you with me? So I have 1 pip and what? 7 pipettes. I have 1 pip and what? 7 pipettes. Are you with me? So let's do our normal mathematics. Now, if you do your normal mathematics, let's say I have an exchange rate. And an exchange rate, I know somebody will be wondering, how can I know an exchange rate? Somebody is asking, how can I know an exchange rate? It's very simple. if I want to know the exchange rate of Euro USD, if I want to know the exchange rate of Euro USD, then what will I do? I'll just come to Google. I will say Euro to Naira. Let me quickly share my screen again. I'll just come here, exchange rate. I'll see this trading view. That's what I want to leave you there. If I come here, if I come to Google, if I say Euro to Naira, look at it here. Euro to Naira is Euro to Naira is 465. I'll go to my if I go to my screen, Euro to Naira 465.74. 465.74. What is the latest value for USD as at today? The latest value for USD as at today. We'll go to USD to Naira. USD to Naira. You can see the USD to Naira is what? 412.74. 412.74. Hello, class. Do your mathematics. 465.74. I'm using my calculator. You can also be confirming from your end to be sure that God's power is not lying. If you have 465, if you have 465, 465.74 divided by 412.74. Hello, class. It means that the exchange rate as of today is 1.12841. It means that the exchange rate as of today is 1.12841. That's very, very simple. Very simple mathematics on how to get an exchange rate. So that's that. Now, let us now go back to my screen. Let's say I have an exchange rate. Yes, I want to use this exchange rate now. I don't use the red marker. It's too sharp on this way. Let's say I have an exchange rate. I have $1.12841, like I did. If you think I'm lying, class, Google it here. Google exchange rate for Euro US. You must get this value. Now, who is in the house? If I tell Mr. Abraham that Mr. Abraham, add 10 pips to the exchange rate, or just add 1 pip to the exchange rate, Mr. Abraham will say 0.0002. So Mr. Abraham has added 2 pips to this exchange rate. So the value for Mr. Abraham, what he should get, since he's adding 2 pips to this, will be what? 1.12861. 1.12861. Very simple. Adding 2 pips to it. What if I say, Madam iPhone Rachel, add 10 pips to Euro USD, that exchange rate? You know, in mathematics, when we are very small, then we are taught units. We are taught units, tenths, and hundreds. 100. We are told that unit is 1. And we also told that tenths is 10. We are told that 100 is 100. Let's say I tell this woman that, okay, add 10 pips to this. This woman is expected to do this. 1 and 0. So adding 1 and 0 to that, should just come here and make this works. Just come here and make this. 4 plus 0 is what? 4. 8 plus 1 is what? 9. Very, very, very simple. That is how to add Peeps to exchange rates. That is how to what? To add Peeps to exchange rates. So now, the next thing we'll now do here quickly is talk about yen pairs. There are some exchange rates that seems to be very funny. Now look at my screen. If you look at the last statement here, the last statement here is for yen pairs, which are stated in 2 decimal points. 1 pip is equivalent to 0.01. Now the question is, how did they get 0.01? Let's go to my screen. 0.01 is 1 divided by 10 times 1 divided by 10. 1 times 1 is what? 1. 10 times 10 is what? 100. 1 divided by 100 is what? 0.01. Now, the pip here, let's say I have a value 0.0, I have a value 0.017. This is 1 pip, and this is also what? 7 pipettes. This is 1 pip, and this is also what? 7 pipettes. Now, quickly, let me say something. Now, what are yen pairs? Yen pairs are those currency pairs that exchange rates, currency pairs that end with JPY. Examples are, let me quickly go on Google and type them out so that you see them. Oh, with that. Example are CHF JPY, yen pairs. Example are CHF JPY, yen pairs in forex. CHF JPY, you have, oh, thank God, I just saw them now. Let me go to image. You have CHF JPY, then you have USD JPY, you have GPP JPY, then you, oh, not this. Excuse me. Just a minute. Just a minute. Oh, thank God, I've seen it. Now come to my image here. You see a clearer image here. You see USD JPY, you see Euro JPY, GPP JPY, you see Euro, no, not that. You see something like Euro JPY. See, a lot of them. These are yen pairs. Are you with me? These are yen pairs. And yen pairs are pairs that end with that. Now, example of exchange rates on yen pairs. Example of exchange rates on yen pairs are 154.8473. You can see. And you can see that the pip from here is 1, 2. This 7 is the pip, and 3 is what? The pipette. Quickly, class. Let's say I want to add 20 pips to this, which is very simple. I'll just come here and add 20 to this. If I add 20 to this, no, let me say 10. 10 pips to this. That'll be what? 3 comes down. 7. 8 plus 1 is 9. 0.4, 5, and 1. I successfully added 10 pips to that. Class, quickly, I think I have to be fast now because we still have a lot of things to do. Let's proceed, but don't worry, I'll do it easier. Now, the next one is lot size. Lot size represents the size of your trade in forex. In another interpretation, lots represent the number of currency pairs you will trade in forex. Now, there are 4 main types of lots. There's a standard lot, there's a mini lot, there's a micro lot. In fact, there's a nano lot. But I don't like to talk about nano lot because nano lot is negligible. Nano lot is negligible in the forex market. So let's start. Let's go to my screen. I have a simple mathematics I use for this. And the mathematics is like this. Let me clear my screen. The mathematics is like this. If I have I always tell my husband that the lot size is x over 10,000. If I have x over 10,000, where x is the unknown. Now, let's say I have an exchange rate like this. Let's say I come here and I have something like $100. It is expected that you say $100 divided by what? 10,000. $100 divided by 10,000. Now, $100 divided by 10,000 is what? Geo mathematics. Zeros cancel zeros. 1 divided by 100 is what? 0.01. So if 1 divided by 100 is 0.01, so this is what? This is called what? A micro lot size. This is called what? A micro lot size. A micro lot size are lot sizes that ranges from $100 to $900. A micro lot size are lot sizes that ranges from $100 to $900. So it means that if I say 900 divided by 10,000, I am supposed to get what? 0.01. Let's say on the other part, I come here and I say something like, I use $1,000. $1,000 divided by $10,000. Zeros cancel zeros. So that's what? 1 divided by 10. That's what? 0.1. So 0.1 is a mini lot size. 0.1 is a mini lot size. A mini lot size is a lot size that ranges from $1,000 to $9,000. So if I have 9,000 over 10,000, that's 0.9. I mean, if you have a mini lot size, you're a big boy. I'm not saying $100 is not, you're not saying a big boy. It depends on how you manage your trade. Are you with me? So let's do the last one. The last one on lot size is a standard lot size. The last one on lot size is standard lot size. If I have 10,000, 10,000 divided by 10,000. 10,000 divided by 10,000 is what? Is 1. So if it is 1, that is a standard lot size. If it is 1, that is a standard lot size. A standard lot size is lot size that ranges from $10,000 upwards. A standard lot size, I mean, $10,000 is almost like $10,000 here is almost like 5.1 million naira. Are you with me? Just imagine you trading 10 pips on that. Thank you, Mr. John. Just imagine you trading 10 pips on that. That is $100. If you have 5 million naira, you trade 10 pips in the forex market. In fact, you have already made somebody an average man's in Nigeria salary. Someone, you know, the average salary in Nigeria now is more or less like 50,000 naira. Are you with me? You have made that. You are just sitting down, 10 pips with 5 million naira. Are you with me? That's the beauty of forex. That's the beauty of forex. You can be in your house and you are easily making your money. Are you with me? So let's proceed. The next phase I would like to talk about. If you know you understand what I'm doing, can you just type 2 in the chat box while I proceed? You understand what I'm doing? Type 2 in the chat box. The next one is leverage. Leverage results from using borrowed capital as a funding source when investing to expand the firm's asset base and generate returns on risk capital. Leverage is an investment strategy of using borrowed money specifically. Now, the use of various financial instruments. Thank you. I'm getting the tools. God bless you. Thank you. You are blessed. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now, class, what is leverage? Now, leverage is like this. The forex brokers will come to you. Mr. Paul, we know you don't have much money. We are going to use leverage. And leverage simply means that if I have $100, let me clear my screen. Leverage means that if I have $100, the brokers will give me a leverage of 1 to 500. The brokers will give me a leverage of 1 to 500. Now, a leverage of 1 to 500, you do your mathematics very well. It means that 100 times 500. Now, 100 times 500 is what? That will give me what? $50,000. Class, you know what this means? It means that to you, you are thinking that $100 is what I'm trading with. Yes, $100 is what you are trading with, but the brokers are seeing your $100 as $50,000 in the forex market. The brokers are seeing your $100 as $50,000 in the forex market. Are you with me? So that is that. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Now, that's that for leverage. Let me give one more example on leverage. If you are having a leverage of, let's say you have $200, so that it will be very clear. You have $200. Now on $200, I have a leverage of 1 to 500. If I use a leverage of 1 to 500, so it means that, so you are thinking that I deposited $200 in the forex market, but 200 times 500 is what? $100. So in the financial institute, they are seeing your $200 as $100,000. That is why if you want to register a forex account, you want to register with a broker, you need the right mentor to tell you what to do. There are some people, they go and register, they will pick a wrong leverage, and based on the capital they have, and they make a big mistake. It is better for you. It is better for you to use the right leverage. It is better for you to what? To use the right leverage. Like somebody who's trading the $300 account is supposed to have what? Use a leverage of 1 to 500. Are you with me? If you are trading maybe a $10,000 account, you can use a leverage of 1 to 100. Don't worry. If you are opening a life account, there are some packages that you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know of packages like premium, zero spread. I think there's one they also call zero spread and micro. Thank you. Micro. Are you with me? So you need to know the package you are actually onto. That will really help you in that regard. Plus, let me start with brokers before I send you the second link. Who are brokers? Brokers are firms that provide traders the platform that allows them to buy and sell foreign currencies. See, I don't want to give more stories. I'll see you this PDF. Let me just explain what I feel forex brokers are. Forex brokers are simply a situation whereby a body will give you a platform to trade with. Please, I need everybody to mute themselves. You only move or mute yourself when I please instruct you to do. Are you with me? Now, if you have, let's say I want to register with a broking firm like FBS. FBS will give me a platform like MetaTrader 4 or 5. It is that platform I will use to trade and I will use to communicate with FBS. That platform is more or less like a middleman between the broker and the retail trader. Are you with me? There are several types of brokers. And these brokers are Forex Time, there's Apari, there's OctaFX, there's XM Forex, there's XNES. There are a lot of them, 1,001 brokers. There's FXTM, there's Antec. For those people that know what I'm saying, that have life accounts rather. FXTX, there's Antec, there's TopFX, The one I use, which has been so profitable, is Hot Forex. The one I use, which has been so cool with me, is what? Hot Forex. And since when I've been using Hot Forex, I never regretted using Hot Forex for once. Plus, it is now time for me to permit questions while you get ready for me to send you the second link for today's class. I have a question here. Somebody asked, the person said, what if someone invests $50? Hello, I never advise anybody to start trading the financial market with $50. I always tell people that the least amount you can start trading with is $100. $100 is very, very reasonable. There was somebody who was disturbing me seriously that Mr. Dospower, I want you to trade for me. I said, how much? The man said that he wants I should use $50. And I said, if I use $50 to trade for you, how much profits are we going to share? I'm not even concerned about the profit you are going to share. $50, I will not be convenient because I'm not going to trade with it. The least amount you can trade with is $100. Someone asked, is Forex a Nigeria broker? I am sorry, I don't think Forex is a Nigeria broker because most times when I trade with Forex, and most times when I chat with Forex, I always have response from whites. Are you with me? Yes, I know sometimes we can have a Nigeria firm, but mostly I've always communicated with. It's just like where Uber is. Uber comes from the other side, but their connection and links all falls down into several places. Are you with me? So that's that. So please ask your question before the time terminates. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Yes, ask your questions before we go to the next section of the class. Yes, ask your question before we go to the next section of the class. Ask your question before we go to the next section of the class. Okay, if there's no question, class, thank you very much. Class.
Hello?
Yes, I'm with you. You can speak. I'm with you. What's your name, please?
Hello, this is Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Johnson.
Okay, go on, Mr. Johnson.
I want to ask concerning the area of the
pertaining what? Pertaining what?
Pertaining the exchange.
You are breaking. You are breaking, Mr.
Exchange rate
Johnson.
is not the
Okay, exchange rate. Okay, go on.
Hello?
Yeah, go on. I can hear you now. Exchange rate. Go on.
For example, like let's use $100 in your account.
Yes, sir.
How much do you use as a lead for your lot size in your calculation?
Okay, if you have $100, according to the mathematics I gave to you, I said that the formula for lot size is X over 10,000. So if you have $100 account, you are supposed to use a lot size of 0.01. You are supposed to use a lot size of what? 0.01. Please, I am not a person that tell people to double their lot size. There are some people, instead of trading with 0.01, they'll go and be trading with 0.1. Do you know what will suffer it? It's the margin level percent. I will explain that tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a pure practical class. I will use somebody's phone to do pure practicals tomorrow. You will see all these things tomorrow. But today, I'm still going to give some more teachings. Is that clear to you, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, very clear.
Thank you very much, sir. $100 account, you use 0.01. Yes. Ask your question. You want to say something?
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mr. Paul.
All right. Yes. I want to ask. You see, I would like a broker I can walk into their office in case I have one or two questions. That is why I want a broker in Nigeria that is reliable.
I'm not saying that Forex is not in Nigeria. They have their office. Don't worry. My next class, I'll Google it and show you. I think their office is in VI. Yes.
Okay.
Their office is in VI. I'm very, very candid about what I'm saying. In fact, okay. Oh, just that we just have 1 minute here. I would have Googled it now. Don't worry, my next class. You can go to their office and relate to them. But sir, I can tell you that since when I built Forex, all my problems are always sorted. I don't even need to walk into their office.
Then are they on MT5?
MT5? No,
yes.
no. MT5 is basically for commodities, stocks, and CFDs. I will explain that to you. Are you with me? It's basically on stocks, CFDs, and commodities. Hey, class, I will drop Mr. Paul. Is that clear to you?
Yes, it's clear.
Class, I want to convert this first video. I will drop my next link by 8:52 or 8:50. I will drop my next link by 8:50. Please, once I drop it, everybody should connect because I'll start the class immediately. I will start the class immediately. I'll drop my next link by 8:52